Crew, let's talk about Facebook Lives. We know how important they are. We know this is the way of the future. We know that if you want to build your business online, doing Facebook Lives is a huge important component of that. But do you know how to structure a Facebook Live correctly? Do you know how to grab people's... Am I back? Am I back? Sorry guys, I was getting a message saying poor connection and I think it timed out on me and I'm just wondering if I am back. So if anybody is watching live, can you let me know that you're with me, that you can see me, that you can hear me? That would be awesome. I do have a backup plan though. If people can't see me and hear me, is check my backup phone. So let's see what's going on over there. Is anyone here? Or am I talking to myself? I might have to try this again in a minute. Hang on. No. Am I live? Oh, maybe I am live. Oh, there's some comments. I'm not saying comments. I am back. Wow, there's something really weird going on with my screen, guys. It's not showing me anything. But it looks like I am here. So Crystal, you've said I'm back. So I'm hoping that I am here. Not the best way to start a Facebook Live when I'm going to teach you how to structure a Facebook Live, and this is what goes on. So yeah, this is not necessarily how you want to structure a Facebook Live, which is the topic of today's video, which is not cool. But I don't have comments. So this is comical, really. I'm going to... And what am I going to do? So sorry guys, very comical that I chose to teach today about Facebook Lives. And I've got no comments to communicate with you and my connection was poor, so it timed out on me. So, but I do have it on my backup phone. So let's see who's here. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Brady. Hello, Olive. How are you? So as you guys are coming in, if I am live, please say hello, put the palm tree emoji down below. I think we've got connection back again and we are live and everything's going well. I just can't see comments here, but I can see hello, Jacinta. How are you? Great to see you on. So yeah, today's topic is about Facebook Lives and how to structure a Facebook Live effectively. And this is not it. So hopefully when you go live, you don't get connection issues as soon as you go live to have this conversation, because that's not how we really want to do it. Crystal, yeah, it was weird. I clicked on your live and it was paused, but yet it was repeating what you were saying. Oh my gosh. So it's going to be very interesting to see what the beginning of this video sounds like. Hey, Chris. Oh, I love your name and I'm not sure if I pronounce it correctly every time I say it. Is it Crescentia? Oh, so beautiful. Thank you for joining me. We've got Sean. Hello, Sean. Thank you for saying hello to Henry. So let's get back on track. Phone issues, internet issues. Hopefully you don't have these issues on your Facebook Lives. But you know what, guys? If you do, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's just a Facebook Live. You just navigate it the best way you can. You smile through it and you carry on. Do we not? We just carry on. So Cress, okay, I'm going to say Cress. Thank you. All right, so the topic of today, and the reason for today's topic is today in my neck of the woods, you may not be there yet, but it is June 13th, today, in my part of the world. And that means we are commencing day 1 of the 14-day Facebook Live video challenge. It's only 14 days, easy peasy. Those of you on the other side of the world, you may not be quite there yet. It may be the night before, but you're going to get to June 13th pretty quickly. So that is day one of our Facebook Live video challenge. And I've got a separate group for that. We've got over 300 people in that group that are ready to rock and roll. But I wanted to not only give this training to those people, that I'm going to share this training in that group. For anybody, any of you doing Facebook Lives, how do we structure it in a way where people are actually going to sort of want to listen to you and take notice of what you're saying, stay with you. So if we can put a bit of structure to our Facebook Live, it might make your Facebook Lives a little bit more successful. So even if you're not participating in the 14-day Facebook Live video challenge, then hopefully this will be useful information for those of you that are doing lives. Those of you that are not doing lives, why aren't you? You should be. And those of you that are doing lives, it's always good to revisit the structure, because we always get into little bad habits or a flow of things. And just reassess from this video, is the flow that you're using as effective as it could be? Now, as I said just before, hopefully you don't jump on your live and have technical issues like I just did, but if you do, just run with it. If it stuffs up your structure, who cares? You just roll with it and go with it and get back to your structure. So I'll run through what a normal structure would be in a second. So just going to check your comments. We've got, hello Sandrine, great to see you on. We've got Tina, hello Tina, great to see you on. So yeah, jump in, put the palm tree emoji down below. Those of you in my free Facebook community, which is called Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners, put the fish down below. And if you're one of my online crew leaders, put the cruise ship down below. And guys, for you guys, we are on day 2 of the prospecting boot camp after this live, which you guys should be aware of. So yesterday we started day 1 of prospecting bootcamp. So if you have no idea how to prospect people on social media, or just prospect people for your business to grow your business, then you might want to be on this bootcamp. It's all recorded, so even if you've missed day 1 yesterday, it doesn't matter. You can go in and watch the recording, but you've got to be in with these guys in my online crew coaching community. How you get into that community is you can go to my website, which I've strategically worded up the top there. Just instead of the word dot, you actually put a dot. So www.helenmartinonline.com. About 3/4 of the way down the first page, there's a graphic that talks about my online crew coaching community. That's where you can get access to the prospecting bootcamp. And next to that, there's an image with 2 palm trees where you can get into the Facebook challenge. So if you're up for that, you want to get in now, okay? Because we're starting today for those in Australia, and for those of you in other parts of the world, you're not far behind. So exciting stuff. So if we've not met before, my name's Helen Martin. I am your online crew captain, and we have the most awesome online crew community here of home-based business owners, entrepreneurs, network marketers, those in MLM, and we're learning to leverage social media to build our business online. We do not want to chase anybody to buy anything off us, do we? Or, hassle anyone to join us in our business. We truly want to attract people to us online, and that's what we are here to learn to do. So if it's your first time, welcome. We embrace everybody into our online crew community here. So let me get into the 7 tips to help you structure a Facebook Live properly. So thank you, Sean, for dropping the link. Hello, Bonnie, how are you? Good to see you jumping on. So number 1. So I'm going to go through 7 steps here. So you might want to write these down for those of you that are participating in the video challenge, or those of you that just want to revisit your structure in relation to Facebook Live. So number 1, hello. Not very difficult. Hello with a smile. So one of the biggest things I see with Facebook Lives is people are doing them because they know they have to, but they're not necessarily enjoying them, or you're really, really fearful of them. And I get it, guys. I started out that way as well. But we want to mask our fear with some energy and some smiles. So you want to start your Facebook Live off with a nice big smile and a big, hello. Okay? The next part, though, is you really want to grab people's attention as to what you're talking about next, rather than introducing yourself first. Okay, so you'll notice on most of my Facebook Lives, I'll say, hey, online crew, because that's who I'm addressing here on my page. You're obviously not going to say that. You might just say the word hello. Some people say, hey, everybody. Hey, some people say, hey, Facebook friends. Don't necessarily like that one, but just, a hello with a nice, smile on your face and some energy behind it, okay? Then I always go into what I'm going to talk about. This is where you grab people's attention up front and try to make it interesting and intriguing for people to go, oh, okay, maybe I'll keep listening. So if I jumped on here and said, hey everybody, it's Helen Martin here, blah, 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 me, blah, blah, blah. If you don't know me, blah, 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 blah. How's your day going today? How's the weather for you? I'm freezing here at the moment. You can tell I've got a hoodie on. It's raining outside, blah, 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 blah. Social media is too fast for you to waffle at the beginning of your video. If you're nervous on live video, that can actually be a nervous reaction to just keep talking and fumbling because you don't really know what you're doing. You're already nervous about what you're thinking about. Other people are going to think about you. So you just sort of verbal diarrhea. We don't want to do that on our live videos. We want to get straight to the point of what we're going to deliver, and hopefully that's something of value, and then we can back up and introduce ourselves. Okay, so this video here, other than my technical difficulties and, the network, connection error, and I was talking to myself, other than things like that, I came on this live and said, hey online crew, how you doing? So Facebook Lives, let's talk about Facebook Lives. Do you know how to effectively structure a Facebook Live? So I've said my hello, I've got a nice big smile, I'm addressing you guys, but then I'm telling you what I'm going to talk about today. Now you might want to move the structure of what I'm giving you today on the 7 tips, depending on where you're doing your live and for what purpose you're doing your live. So if you're doing a live on a personal Facebook page and you're just sharing an event you're at, you're just sharing something you're up to, don't worry too much about the structure because it's just something fun and friendly. What we're talking about here is if you are giving value, you want more eyeballs on your Facebook Lives and you're doing it for the purpose of getting better at Facebook Lives and delivering good value and with your intention of building a business online, you want to think about some structure. So just take into context the reason you're doing your live, where you're doing your live. Definitely if you're doing Facebook Lives on a business page, you want to have a really good structure because you want to keep people's attention. Okay, so hi, the reason that you're going live, if you've got a hook at the end, let people know then. So you might be saying, today I'm going to talk about Facebook Lives and blah, 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 but stick around to the end because I've got something really cool to share with you. So if there's some kind of hook that you can keep people there, then say it then. Grab people's attention straight away. Let people know what you're talking about straight away so they're not sitting there going, what's she talking about today? What's she going on about today? And I'm just waffling and they're like, I don't have time for this. Whereas people know what I'm talking about and they're interested in that, that's cool. They can stay on and listening. And if what I'm talking about is not relative to them or not interesting to them, so be it. That's cool. That's not the person you want watching if they're not really into what you're talking about anyway. So I hope that makes sense there. So we're saying hello. We're talking about, we're introducing what we're talking about before we even say hello. Then once you've said, today we're going to talk about, or did you know how to? Or today I'm going to talk about 7 steps to XYZ without XYZ. So stick around because I've got some awesome information for you on this live. Now, for those of you that haven't met me before, my name is Helen Martin. So now I'm going into introducing myself. So the hello, what you're going to talk about, then introduce yourself third. So you'll notice I'm not introducing myself right up front, I'm introducing myself third. So that's when I say, if we haven't met before, my name is Helen Martin, I'm your online crew captain, and we have the most awesome online crew community here, blah, blah, blah. So you work out what you're going to say for yourself. Try to stay away from the words, if you don't know who I am, because it sounds a little bit pompous. like you're going live and it's like, if you don't know who I am, my name's Helen Martin. Like, it's like I'm somebody that you need to know. I'm somebody that you have to know. It's just, it's just a nicer, easier way to say, if we haven't met before, my name's Helen Martin. So just try to structure it in a way where it's not sounding a little bit condescending. Like, if you don't know who I am, you should. I'm Helen Martin, and, we just don't want to go there, okay? So we introduce ourselves, a little bit about yourself and, what you're up to. Don't assume that anybody has ever watched a video of yours before. So if you turn up with me here 5 days a week, every single week, because that's what I do. I go live 5 days a week at the same time. Every single week, I always introduce myself on every single video, and I always tell you guys what I do. So it's always, hey, it's Helen Martin here. I'm your online crew captain. And we have the most awesome online crew community here where we are learning to leverage social media to build our business online. We don't want to chase anybody. So I'm saying every single live, I do that. The reason for that is I never know when somebody's new to here, and confusion creates, people going away. You want to be really clear, really succinct, and, let people know up front who you are and what you do, or the purpose that you're going live. So just get that clarity for people. If people are confused about who you are and what you do, they're probably not going to stay tuned to you. So every single video of mine, you'll notice I do that, because you can never assume that anybody has ever watched a video of yours before. And if they have, that's fine. You're just reiterating, what it is that you do and what you stand for. Okay, so that's number 3. Then we get into the content, number 4. So content isn't until sort of number 4. So hello, what we're talking about, introduce myself. And so after I've introduced myself, it'll be, okay, so let's get into the content. So tip 1 is blah, 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 blah. Tip 2, so go through your content. If you can, I forgot one. So back up a little bit before I introduce myself. So let me backtrack this. So hello, introducing the topic that I'm talking about, asking for engagement before I introduce myself. So number 3, forgot that one, sorry. Asking, if you've written notes, sorry to stuff around your notes, ask for engagement before you introduce yourself. So today I'm talking about Facebook Lives, and if you don't know how to structure a Facebook Live, I'm going to give you 7 tips today. So if you are here joining me live, let me know you're here. If you're watching the replay, just put the word replay, when you're watching, so I can go and give you a shout out later. So ask for the engagement, ask people to let you know that they are there. Now, be really careful with your engagement baiting here, because what we've always been taught to say is, if you're here with me live, put your name down below, comment down below where you're coming in from. So we're saying to people, so I'm destroying this video because this is engagement baiting. These are the things that you shouldn't do. We don't want to ask people to like. We don't want to ask people to comment, believe it or not, if you haven't heard this yet. We don't want to ask people to share directly. So we can still ask people to do these things, but you're using different words, okay? And we don't want to ask people to tag people in the video. They are all no-nos. They are all what Facebook considers to be engagement baiting. And believe me, it's a really hard habit to break when you've been doing it for a long time. So that's when we'd say things like, if you're here with me live, let me know you're here. That is a different way than me saying, comment down below your name and where you're from. I might also say, let me know where you're coming in from, but I'm not saying comment below. I'm just saying, let me know, which is obviously an indication for people to comment below, but without saying it. Okay, so these are the engagement baiting restrictions that Facebook does not want us to do anymore. They're scanning your videos for those kind of words. So just say them in a different way. Those of you in my online crew coaching community, we have a summary sheet of new words to say. And those of you in the 14-day Facebook Live video challenge that's starting on the 13th, so today in my neck of the woods, soon for others of you, I've popped that in the units section next to video 6 where I talked about it. Okay, so for those of you guys concerned about engagement baiting, I've put the picture up that Sean from my coaching community, I gave a whole lot of examples and he put it in a lovely little graphic for all of us. So I've shared that graphic in the video challenge, which is normally only available to those in my coaching community, but to help you guys on the video challenge, I've popped it in the units 3. Okay, so you're covered there. So we just need to watch that engagement baiting. So hello, what you're talking about, asking for engagement, introducing yourself, then you're talking about the content. So, you know, delivering sort of the content. Okay, then if you have one, deliver your call to action. If you have one. Not every video you'll have a call to action, or do you need one? If you're just starting out with doing live videos, I suggest you just concentrate on giving value. Just give. Give good information, give valuable information, and get people interested in hearing what you have to say. If you always give a call to action and you do that really early on, like you're actually asking people to do something, you know, it might be perceived that you want something from people, whereas I think it's really important in the beginning of your videos, like your Facebook Live video career, if you like, is that you give more value than ask for anything. But a call to action could be something as simple as, you know, let me know such and such. So that's a call to action. So you could say, if you would like more information regarding what I'm talking about today, let me know. That could be a call to action. So there's quite safe, meaningless call to actions if it's relevant to your video that you can ask at the end there. Now, depending on the length of your video, you may or may not do a summary at the end. So if you've talked for quite a while, then you're probably not going to want to do a summary at the end because you'll lose people straight away. So if you've explained some things, you know, 5 tips, 7 tips, 9 tips, something like that, and then you go and summarize them all again at the end, but you've already spoken for 15 minutes, they're probably going to drop off as soon as you say, okay, now to summarize what I've already talked about, if your video is only like 5 minutes long and you've given 3 tips, or 5 tips and they're quite quick, then certainly at the end you might go, so just to very quickly wrap that up, number 1 was blah, 2, blah, 3, blah, 4, blah, 5, blah. So you may want to summarize depending on the length of your video. Okay, so let's just recap that, which on a lot of my videos I wouldn't recap, but we're talking about structure. So we need this to be, you know, ingrained in your brain if you're doing live videos, because this is what's going to help people engage with you. So the hello, what you're talking about, asking for people to engage with you, talking about your content, whatever that is, giving a call to action. And while you're delivering your content, if you can ask for engagement while you're doing that, that would be a really good idea, because you want people to interact and engage with you. Do not measure your Facebook Lives by the number of necessarily views or likes. Measure it by the number of people that are commenting and engaging and interacting with you, because that's what's important in the algorithm. It's not the amount of people that like your video, it's the amount of people that are commenting and engaging. So try to get used to, during your video while you're delivering your content, to ask people, you know, is that something that you guys agree with? If you do, let me know. Like, ask people to, you know, engage and comment. Really, really good for the algorithm. And if you can get used to that as part of your delivery of a Facebook Live, fantastic. Because not everybody wants people just to talk to them. So a lot of people, when they do Facebook Lives, I love reading your comments. I can't now because I can't see them. So I am doing all the talking because I can't see your comments. I'll pick up some on my spare phone in a minute. But you don't want to be necessarily just starting your Facebook Live, going blurt and getting off. So even if nobody's there, guys, even if you've got a big fat 0 of people watching, you still want to ask for engagement as you go through your video, because you never know who's watching the replay, that they're watching it there and then you ask a question and they reply. So you're not really doing your video for the live viewer. So if you have a big fat 0 in your Facebook Live, still ask for engagement. I know that might seem weird at the time, but still ask for people to say hello. Put replay down if they're watching the replay later. Share your thoughts with me if you agree with these tips that I've shared with you today. Like, ask people to interact and engage. It does take a little while when you're new to live video and you don't have an established audience to get people to engage with you. But if you can start getting into the habit of asking for engagement and interaction early on with your live videos, it'll set you up for success later when you do have more eyeballs watching. You'll be capitalizing on, the people watching you and asking them to engage and interact, because that's what the algorithm wants. If you get engagement, interaction, people leaving a comment, those kind of things, and it's saying to Facebook, people like this person's content, we're going to send this video out to more people. So that's what we're striving for. So call to action at the end if it's appropriate, and then a summary if you have enough time, okay? So that's how we really want to structure a Facebook Live, remembering to ask for that engagement as we go through as well, and take into consideration where you're doing your live and what you're talking about as to that structure. Definitely those of you that are trying to build a business or build up a brand, you should be trying to follow, a structure like that, okay? Does that make sense? Let me know. I'm just going to have a look at your comments here. So for those of you that have jumped on, I can't see comments on my phone here, so I'm looking at the comments on my spare phone. Hey Donna, how are you? Love the hat. Excited and nervous to start the challenge. And that's completely normal, Donna. Excitement and nerves together is actually a really good thing. And when your nerves subside, you'll grow and you'll get more confidence and you'll love the experience. So you'll be great, Donna. I just point down below. Yeah, that's another one Sean's just mentioned there in the comments. You can just say, just let me know, down there. That's another way to get around the engagement baiting things. Can I join to support? Please do, Sandrine. There's lots of previous video challenges that are in the group that are not participating, but they're there to help me field questions just support those on the videos. So definitely, Sandrine, we'd love to see you in the group helping support the others. So, and can I just add to those previous video challenge people, thank you for all your videos that you're putting in to give, with all your tips and ideas that you're giving people in there, and those that are not participating but just supporting. Thank you guys. It's going to help the newbies a lot to have you guys by their side as well as myself. Jennifer, I like to say, let me know where you're coming in from so I know where my reach is. Yep, great one, Jennifer. Request to join and I'll approve. Yeah, so Sean's helping me out with the approvals. I can't keep up, guys. Every time I go and check the group, there's another 14 or 15 or 10 or so yeah, but we're only just starting today, so there's plenty of time. And yes, Sean can definitely approve you, Sandrine. What else have we got here? Hey Teresa, how are you? All about who comments and engagement. That's right, Sean. Hey Shirley, great to see you on. I need to do more structure. I babble. I'm too much. And that's why you really want to take notice of this structure, because unless you've sort of got some points, and there's nothing wrong with notes, guys. So if you have some bullet points to a Facebook Live, just tell people you've got notes. So just say, I've got some notes here today for my Facebook Live. I've got some really good tips for you, but I just want to make sure that I don't forget. So if I'm looking down, I'm just checking my notes. And actually have your structure on the notes as well as your notes. Nobody cares. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to speak without notes. But if you've got structure, you're less likely to go, because you've got something to refer to, and you're less likely to just waffle. And social media is too busy to waffle. We really want to get some structure, and the more you practice it, you won't need notes later in relation to structure, because it'll just be, it just flows. Like, I come on, I go, hello, this is what we're talking about today. Hey, if we haven't met before, it's Helen Martin Online Crew. You know the gabble. Gabble? Is that a word, Sean? Dictionary? Put it in the dictionary. I don't know if gabble's a word. I just made it up. The video is intended for the replay. That's right, Sean. You're doing a one-take recording. Yeah. I love your lives. You're so real and genuine. Oh, thank you, Crystal. I have to run. No worries, Jen. Hey, Claudia. How are you? Great value. I started the challenge early today. When should I start tomorrow? Whenever you want. So for those of you in the, so Shirley, to answer your question, those of you in the video challenge, all you need to do is one Facebook Live in that 24-hour period. So if you do one in the morning, but the next day you do it at nighttime, it does not matter. Your only requirement is to do one Facebook Live within the 24 hours of that day for the next 14 days starting on June 13th. So for some of you, that is today. Okay, so all the very best for those of you that are just fighting your fear, knowing how important live video is, and just, you know, getting the job done with live video. Just so proud of you guys already. Those of you that are in the group and doing your test videos, you're already rocking it and already getting more confident, you know, as it is. So the next 14 days will be awesome. So for those of you that want to get in on the challenge, it's completely free, guys. No obligation from you other than just doing the work. So Sean's already put the link to my website up above. Just go to www.helenmartinonline.com and you can get on the prospecting bootcamp, which we're doing day 2 in 15 minutes time, or the video challenge. Just look for the graphics on my website, and they've got clickable links behind them. Now, I do want to, I'm not sure, are you on, Olive? I really wanted to acknowledge Olive. Olive sent me a present. I should have done this at the beginning, and I would have if I didn't have my internet connections, but I just wanted to say publicly, Olive, thank you for my present. So Olive's a little bit naughty. We were in Vegas and did a live video, and my selfie stick, I'm not sure whether it was because it was at the bottom of my bag and you got yours out earlier, or I told you mine was broken. But we used Olive's selfie stick, and I was like, oh, that's a really nice one. That's really smooth, and it's got the Bluetooth and whatnot. Yeah, mine's broken, my legs are broken, all the rest of it. And she obviously stored that and thought, oh, Helen likes my selfie stick. I might get her one. So turned up, was it yesterday or the day before? I got this little package. It's like, I didn't order anything. What's that? Thank you, Olive. Very thoughtful and very naughty of you, but I love it. And it's so much nicer than my broken one. So I'm gonna love that. Any of you participating in the video challenge, these kind of things can be your best friend, because there's nothing worse than somebody watching you do your video, you know, like that. So at least if you, I mean, it does move around a little bit sometimes, but if you're, you know, if you got a selfie stick, at least you're not, you know, it's not in your face. You can sort of pull it away a little bit and you can show people around. So thank you, Olive. I love it. And yeah, love it. So those of you in online crew coaching, I will see you in less than 15 minutes for day 2 of the prospecting bootcamp. Those of you in the video challenge, good luck. Day 1 is today, or almost, for others of you on other parts of the world. Let's have fun for the next 14 days. Those of you that are still sitting back going, I know I should be doing live video, but I haven't done it yet. Bite the bullet, guys, and just do it. Live video is the future of your business. Live video is where it's at. And if you're not doing live video, your future prospects are looking at someone else doing live video because you're not. So I'll leave that with you for food for thought. Thanks for joining me, guys. I hope you got value from this video. I hope that structure is helpful for those of you doing live video. Let me know down there, and I will catch you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, guys.